Hello, welcome to your second video for 3.2 day 2. Today we're going to talk about the box method and FOIL. Hopefully this is review. I'm mostly going to focus on the box method. If you've done FOIL before, you'll know it stands for first, outside, inside, and last. FOIL you can only use if you have two things multiplied together that have two parts. So maybe you have A plus B times C plus D. For first, you would do A times C and get AC. Ooh, I want to use a pen. For outside, you would do A times D. So you'd have plus AD. For inside, you would do B times C, so I would have plus BC. And then for last, I would do B times D, and we would have plus BD. Oops. Plus BD. That's really all of the information about FOIL I'm going to give you because I honestly think the box method is better. Sorry, not sorry. All right, so for my first one, example 1, we have x minus 5 times 2x minus 9. Now you already have the boxes set up for you, but in the future you will have to draw them yourself if you're like doing your own work. To figure out what size my box needs, I'm going to look at how many terms I have in each of my like quantities here. So for my first one, we have 2 parts, so I'm going to need 2 squares. For my second one, we have 2. So that tells me that since there's 2 parts here, and there's 2 parts here, I'm going to need a 2 by 2 box. So when I draw my box, mine's not as beautiful as yours. It's going to need 2 parts on each side. Now, I'm going to use these numbers to figure out kind of how to label my box. So if we're doing x minus 5, I'll put my x and then minus 5. Notice that minus goes with the 5. And then for my second part, we have 2x minus 9. So we're going to do 2x, the 2 goes with the x, and then minus 9, the minus goes with the 9. Now it doesn't really matter how you set this box up in terms of like these 2 parts. You could flip-flop them and have x minus 5 over here and 2x minus 9 up there. That is totally fine. As long as the red parts are together and the blue parts are together, you'll be fine. All right, from here, we're just going to multiply. So for my first box, I'm doing 2x. Let's use a highlighter. I'm doing 2x times x. When I do 2x times x, I'm going to do 2 times, there's a sneaky little 1 here, which will give me 2. And then for x times x, remember they each have an exponent of 1. So we're going to have x squared. All right, for my second part, we are going to do 2x again, times negative 5. When I do that, I'm doing 2 times negative 5, which will give me a negative 10, and then times x. There's no x here, so I just have negative 10x. For the second portion, let's highlight, I guess we'll do red. So for negative 9, we're going to do negative 9 times x, and we'll get negative 9x. And then let's use blue. We're going to do negative 9 times negative 5. And that will give me a positive 45. All right, the last thing we need to do is combine our like terms. Now at this point, you can write it all out if you want. So I have 2x squared minus 10x minus 9x plus 45. Or you can leave it in your box and kind of do the combining before you write it out. What I noticed in my box is we have 2 things that just have x. So I have negative 10x and negative 9x. I also have those up here. So we can put those 2 together. No matter what, I'm still going to have that 2x out front. But if I do negative 10x minus 9x, I get negative 19x and then plus 45. And that is your box method. And that's your final answer. All right, for my second one, notice we have 2 parts and 3 parts. So I'm going to need a 2 by 3 Again, yours is just probably much more beautiful than mine. We're going to take the first two parts of my first equation. So we have 2m, and then we have plus 5. And then for my second half, we have 3m squared, negative 4m, and plus 2. So we have 3m squared minus 4m plus 2. Again, we're just going to multiply. So let's do 2 times 3 will give me 6. And then we have m to the power of 1, times m squared. We add our exponents, so we have m cubed. For my next one, we're doing 2 times negative 4. That would give me negative 8. And then they each have 1m, so I have m squared. And then for my last one, we have 2 times 2, which would give me 4. Notice we have an m, so it's really 4m. All right, for the bottom row, we're doing 5 times 3m squared, which would give me 15m squared. Remember, I did 5 times 3. This one didn't have an m squared, so our m squared just comes along. We have 5 times negative 4m, so we would have minus 20m. And then we have 5 times 2, which would give me 10. Again, you can write it all out now if you want, or combine your like terms in one step. The first thing I notice is that I need to use 6m cubed, so I have 6m cubed. I have 15m squared minus 8 m squared, so I'm going to do 15 minus 8, which would give me 7m squared. And then we're going to do negative 20 plus 4m, which would give me negative 16m. And then the last thing I need to make sure I have is my plus 10. And this would be our final answer. 6m cubed plus 7m squared minus 16m plus 10. All right, and my last slide. Notice here, we have 3 different things. I'm going to use the box method for this, but I'm going to start out by using the box method to multiply n plus 1 times n minus 2. So that means that these each have, 2 parts. So my box is going to need to be a 2 by 2. On the top, let's put n plus 1. And along the side, we can put n minus 2. Again, you could flip-flop your n plus 1 and your n minus 2. It doesn't matter if they're on the top or the side of your box, as long as the blue parts are together and the red parts are together. I'm going to start by multiplying these, and then I'll worry about my last one. So in my first square, we have n times n, which will give me n squared. We're going to do n times 1, which will give me a 1n. We're going to do negative 2 times n, which would give me a negative 2n. And a negative 2 times 1, which would give me negative 2. We're going to combine our like terms. So first thing I have is n squared. Nothing else goes with it. Notice I have 1n minus 2n, which would give me a negative 1n. And then we have minus 2. Now you can write it as negative 1n, or you could write it as n squared minus n minus 2. These would both be like correct answers. They say the same thing. Now, we just replaced these 2 equations with our new one. So right now, we're really at a point where we have n squared minus n minus 2 times n plus 4. So all we're going to do is our box method a second time, just like we did on our last slide. I'm going to zoom out and give myself some space. Notice I have one thing that has 2 parts. I have one that needs 3, so I need a 3 by 2 or a 2 by 3. So I'm going to make it long. Let's see, my 2 parts here, we have n plus 4. So we're going to do n plus 4. And then let's use, we'll use this color. Then we have n squared minus n minus 2. Notice in all of these n's, remember there are sneaky little like 1's in front of them. So the first thing I notice is we have n times n squared. That would give me n cubed. Remember, this one has a 1. We have n to the first times negative n to the first. These both have sneaky little 1's in front of them. So you have 1 times negative 1, which is a negative. 1. And then we have n times n. Again, you're going to add your exponents, so you have n squared, excuse me. And then my last one, we have 1n times negative 2, so we have negative 2n. For my bottom row, we have 4 times n squared, which would be 4n squared. You're just multiplying with that number out front. We have 4 times negative 1n, which would be negative 4n. And then we have 4 times negative 2, which is negative 8. Again, our last step is going to be to combine our like terms and write our final answer. So I know for sure I'm going to need n cubed. Nothing else goes with it. I notice I have 2n squareds. So if I do 4 minus 1, I get a positive 3n squared. Remember, you're just adding those numbers out front. And then we have negative 4n minus 2n, so that's a negative 6n. And then the last thing is going to be a minus 8. And this would be my final answer, n cubed plus 3n squared minus 6n minus 8. I really like how I did the last problem, like how I circled all the things. Everything should have a circle around it at the end or be used. I didn't do that at first, but this is a nice way to like keep track and make sure that you've like accounted for everything. All right, thank you for watching the video. Good luck on your homework. And again, as always, thanks for all your hard work.